That's dope.
What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, June 9th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are here for the weekly CHARTAPALOOZA. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in sunny and humid and disgusting Florida. I take chart requests from my paid newsletter subscribers. I look at them for you guys live. I generally get really exhausted and annoyed by the end, and it's pretty entertaining. I tell a lot of jokes. I was pretty excited. I was going to be on Fox Business Tonight. That's the show, not tonight, but on Fox Business Tonight. They hit me up. They wanted to talk Bitcoin. I figured we'd be talking El Salvador. And then they just let me know a little while ago that they had some breaking news and it got canceled. So now it can be on Fox. Also, coincidentally, not the first time that I've been canceled this month. I was canceled by crypto Twitter, which was not that great. They even made that video, the guy, the crypto chimp or chimpanzee or orangutan or crypto gorilla or whatever. He made that amazing movie of the Indian parliament, and everyone was like throwing chairs and stuff. And there I was, Scott Melker. I like threw a stick and I was laughing, and then chair hits me in the face and says, crypto Twitter canceling Scott Melker. So canceled by both crypto Twitter and Fox Business in the same couple weeks. So that's life. Got to tell you guys about my amazing sponsor. You can see a thing going on down there. Still can't go the right way. Oh, look at that focus. It's focusing on my hand. That's cool. Cosmos, amazing sponsors. The Cosmos community sponsors this. They also sponsor the podcast, not Cosmos, the company. The actual community spending their money to spread the word about their amazing, amazing, amazing blockchain. Now, I can't really be more excited for anything than their Gravity Dex, which is coming. If you guys don't know about it, it's kind of like a Uniswap, but for every chain, totally interoperable, and will have order books like a centralized exchange. Going to absolutely change the game. So looking forward to checking that out. Anyways, we're gonna look at some charts. I'm just checking your little commenties over here. People talking about Nothing Coin. I don't know about that. Is Nothing Coin like that dude who just sold a sculpture for like 20 grand that was invisible sculpture? I need to go wherever that is and sell some invisible stuff. The big news that we just saw, didn't see coming at all. El Salvador not only has accepted Bitcoin as legal tender, by the way, it's now on Wikipedia that El Salvador, one of their official currencies is Bitcoin, alongside dirty trash dollars. They're going to be apparently mining Bitcoin with extra renewable free energy from volcanoes. Volcanoes. Like a week ago, El Salvador, whatever. Cool country, Central America. It's great. This week, Bitcoin is their money, and they're mining Bitcoin out of volcanoes. Pretty soon, it's like gold on asteroids. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Guys, there's like 3,000 people here who are mentioning Nothing Coin, and nobody knows what that is. It's nothing. You don't believe Nothing Coin. It's crazy. Nothing Coin. Anyways, if you want to make requests on Wednesdays in the future, you have to be a member of the newsletter. Got the free version right here, newsletter. Sign up. It's free. Want to make requests? Members, $15 a month. Comes out 5 days a week. You get to not only hear me vomit on live streams, my words, but I vomit them onto paper, especially for all of you. So now going to dig into these chizarts, as Snizu Dizog would say. Bitcoin. I just happened to have the Bitcoin chart open. Looks cool. Had that little SFP yesterday right above this swing low, pumping. Nice, decent little spike in volume here after it was dead. Flipped the 50 MA, flipping the EQ. I did a whole video on the Bitcoin chart. You guys can check that out. That's not what we're here for. First request. AVAX. Pretty sweet. Avalanche. Avalanche. I don't know. I've had John Wu, their CEO, on the podcast twice, and I hung out with him a lot in Miami last weekend. Dude is awesome, man. epic what they're doing. But let's look at the chart. So we had this monster kind of bull flag thing happening, but as I said last time, it wasn't really confirmed. It is up. There are 2 touches down, another touch up, which makes it a perfect channel. Little long for a bull flag, TBH, but it's not alternating. You want to see up, down, up, down. We have up, down, down, up, right? But we do have what technically appears to be a breakdown. So we do want to see of that support from there. So we do kind of want to see this closing back above, but I don't think that channel is so valid anymore. I think really what we're looking at this point, excuse my slight sickness, something more like that. I mean, it doesn't really matter what the bottom is. We bounced off this. We just need to get above that. If anything, it's a broadening descending wedge, probably. You know, you could have drawn that instead of broke down, but, you know, something like that. But all that matters is getting above here, right? So if I had to say key levels at this point, clearly something right through here. It doesn't really matter where you draw the line, somewhere around there. Where's my little tool that shows me the color of my lines? You know, lines are areas. But, you know, that was kind of a key one for both these candles. You can draw it here, anywhere. Doesn't matter. Somewhere in that area. I would say you got to get above that, or all of this looks like potential bearish consolidation. We do have on the daily, if it closes like this, 2 hammer candles in a row with tweezer bottoms, that is a reversal signal. When you have bottoms that are almost equal like that, especially when you have them as both as hammers, this is showing some demand. So I would imagine that you could probably expect, if it's closed like this, to trade this at least back up to $21.38 before having to worry too much. So if the market turns kind of bullish here, yeah, I think you go back up here. And then if you flip that, then we start talking about this area right here, right? There's this huge gap in price action. So this is where the next resistance is going to be. Okay. Easy peasy, chicken, greasy. BQX Voyager. I also hung out with Steve Ehrlich, CEO of Voyager in Miami. I'm going to just clean this chart up a little bit. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you. Anyone know what rapper that is? It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Anyone? I'm sure somebody knows. Okay. I mean, listen, this broke out already, but it's like weak and you could draw it here and whatever. So you want to be super safe? Just, I don't know. You know what? That's stupid. That's just me trying to force a bit of a narrative. This is a clear demand. I mean, this is just sideways chop to be honest. That is not Lil Wayne. That is, however, Rakim, Varric B and Rakim, for those who guessed it. Rakim Allah. I wish it was Aaliyah. That's a good. She probably did say that at some point. This is just sideways chop. Hard to really know what's happening here. Clearly some sort of ranging type situation, maybe from like here to here. Kind of like that. Draw it down to here, but I don't know. You know, it came up to this high, low. You can even draw it like, I mean, this is just a confusing chart, so I'm just having some fun here. You know, you can draw it there. Draw it there. I think that actually kind of looks better. That's what I like. That's that I don't like. It's kind of ranging. Bottom line, it's chopping sideways. I would say you want to get above that. When we look at the 4 hour, it might have like a little kind of flagger going on, something like that. Not that great. Not much to see on this chart, guys. Reality. I would like to say that there is, because, you know, I'm a huge Voyager. BQX is VGX, by the way. VGX. I'm a huge Homer. Whatever. I'm a huge Homer for Voyager, but this is just chopping sideways. It's fine. Nothing wrong. Wouldn't go dumping it, but I don't see a trade on it either. BSV. Not probably actually Satoshi's vision. I don't want to speak for Satoshi, but I feel like probably not that psyched about BSV. For some reason, I have VPVR open on this chart. The POC right here, the point of control is about 0.00548. It's trading below that and this huge, large volume node. If you're using VPVR over here, obviously you're looking for the areas that there's key volume. And we're below that. So that would be bearish based on that indicator, which I don't often use. But hey, there it is. I mean, this chart looks not great, which is fine because nobody really likes this coin. So whatever. But if it make you money, have at it. Trade away. Trade away. Enjoy your BSV and the life you live with it. Nobody's here to judge your decisions. Except for the United States government. Apparently eliminating margin from Kraken for most customers. I don't know if you guys saw that today. Kraken was like the last bastion of leverage for Americans to trade, and it seems like that might be disappearing. So probably good for most people, but also like government shouldn't tell you what you can do with your hard-earned money to gamble. If I can go to a casino in Vegas, I should be able to trade with 5x leverage on Kraken. Come on, son. This needs to make a higher high, I think. Here's your support. I mean, charts are weird right now. Listen, bottom line, I would trade BSV if it breaks this line. That's about it. And you need to get above all this volume trash, which that would be, right? A break of that line would get you above this node, send you up. Cake. That worked out pretty good, huh? That was not the fart sound that I intended to come out of my mouth. Not at all. So that failed miserably. Le miserable. I mean, needs to make a higher high. All of these are making higher lows. Like I'm seeing these on alt all the time. They're catching their support. They're doing their thing. They got to make a higher high. Something has to make a higher high. Maybe above that you would consider, or above this, but it's got to get up here. There's a nice little reversal, though, on the daily. Hammer like Bitcoin. Love to see that engulf this. Bullish for cake, 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 cake. Not the tool I wanted, which makes me the tool. But yeah, I mean, you know, I would say that is a pretty key level. So above that, have trouble here, right? Have some trouble here. Ultimately have some trouble here. So we do one of these things. If you're super bullish, that's what you're looking for. This also did the like inverse head and shoulders thing that everything's been doing. That's the magnet tool that made it do that. In which case you would be drawing a neckline like this, which broke out. You have to look at that on the 4 hour. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. We them boys. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. He says hold up a lot of times in that song. I was actually, so 2000, wasn't 15, 14. I went to South by Southwest in Austin, Texas in March. And my wife, Emmy, went with me. And it was the launch party for Red Hot Chili Peppers, that thing right there. And my friend Josh Gothelf put it together. And it was I DJ'd. And then the other acts were Snoop, Wiz Khalifa, DJ Ski, I don't know, but Snoop being the main one. And they did that We Them Boys song for the first time ever there. And it became a hit. But it was like a 300-person room, and it was a Snoop Dogg concert. There was an article about it that Lady Gaga was there. She was there. Diddy was there. Like 200 people, 300 people fit in the whole room. Talib Kweli was there. One of the craziest things that ever happened to me in me whole life. In me whole life. I just came back to the quote. So this dude, hey, the dude who keeps saying nothing, you're going in timeout so that you can say nothing. Yeah, so that was a cool experience. So the cake, look, I mean, if this was your inverse head and shoulders, this did come back down and retest, should be heading up. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Only problem is, I mean, I guess there's enough volume on the little breakout there. End of the day, want to be above $21.45. That's it, cake. What's up with Bitcoin? Still up. Good. Co-vesting Bitcoin. I think that's accurate. I don't know. There's a weird chart, right? Choppy AF. See if we can see anything. I mean, this is a dumb looking chart. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look bad. Just hectic. I would say here's the story. Uncle Ricky, can you tell me a bedtime story? All tucked in. Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, people wore pajamas and lived life slow. People were behaving like they ought to good. There was a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. I know y'all know that one, right? Uncle Ricky, can you tell us a bedtime story? So yeah, here we are. We're ranging. That's it. And we're in the bottom half, so nothing doing. I would say nothing to see here at all. Maybe you could say, hey, let me draw a line like this, and it goes like this. And then if it breaks that, we're heading up to the top of the range. But for now, you're literally like, not only are you ranging, you're in exactly halfway between the mid-range and the bottom of the range. That's trash. Nothing to see there. Coming back to the quote, Slick Rick. Slick Rick. Wow, a lot of you are talking about nothing going. Yeah. Cool. Uncle Ray, you tell me about time story. Cream, Buzdy, cream. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side, staying alive with no job. I had second hand. Mom bounced on old men. So then we moved to Shaolin Land, a young, whatever. It's all about Wu-Tang. Raekwon. Cream is a great name for a coin, though. Cash was over. I think Emmy actually gave up my idea. I was wearing a shirt for one of the times at the convention that said Cream, cash rules everything around me. And I said, we should make shirts that say coin rules everything around me. And then there was a dude selling t-shirts, and Emmy was just like, hey, dude, you should make a t-shirt that says coin rules everything around me. I was like, bruh, giving up all my secrets. All my secrets. Okay, so we have a descending wedge here, and this is pushing really hard against resistance, actually. And usually when you consolidate against resistance, you break out. So you're looking for this. You want this into here, and this is your target. Right? I should use the correct tool so you can actually see it. I'm sorry. Coin rules everything around me. I think that'd be a cool shirt, right? So this could go to $380. I mean, that's more than double from here. Probably find some resistance here, obviously. Right? We're this high. And you don't want to buy, like, if this consolidates and maybe drops to both these MAs, that could be a cool entry. But otherwise, you want to be above that, breaking above. That is how I see Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Oh, she's here. Share the love. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to really make the t-shirt. Let's be real. Let's be real. People ask me for like Wolf of Wall Street's t-shirts all the time, and I'm just too lazy to do it. I don't want anyone's money. Like, I don't want to start a store. I don't need to sell t-shirts. But I don't know, maybe for charity or give them away or something. Emmy, I give you that job. Congrats. You get to be the shirt person. We need to make, just like anything else, I mean, big drop. These are nice retracements. What I'm curious about, actually, I'm going to pull some fibs. I bet that these are still normal-ish retracements, though. Yeah, right to the 50%, 61.8%. So we're going to need to see alts getting above those to like be recoveries and not just like bounces. You know, we always get that 50% bounce, and there it is right there. Right, and if we call this the top, then this is exactly a 50% bounce. You want to see it above that. And then, of course, main resistance is right here at the golden pocket, 61.8% to 65%-ish. This looks fine. I mean, it's bounced nicely, but, you wanted to buy it down here or whatever. Kind of hard to get excited to buy it up here. Ooh, it's in an MA sandwich. Finger cuffs. A pair of Chinese finger cuffs. Anyone know what movie? Finger cuffs? Finger cuffs. Anybody know the movie? Anyone know the movie? Finger cuffs. Nobody. I don't really know here. I would say that if you're like trading this locally, that you have a breakout probably. Sorry for this messy chart, but yeah, you would have bought it there. Same thing. See, consolidating against resistance pop. So this should come up to here, 290. A nice 10%-ish move. Yeah, but still, I think this is pretty hard to trade here until it's above these areas. I mean, that's a perfect 50%er. I don't know. Tough charts. Again, sandwich between two MAs on like every time frame, right? Look at that. This daily candle, 4-hour candle is spread between the 200 and the 50, but it does look like it's going to push up. So maybe get that pop. I don't know, though. I don't know. I don't see, listen, we look at hundreds of charts to find trades and usually find a couple. I don't see any right now here. Dot clearly had broken support. Not relevant anymore. But again, that's like a inverse head and shoulders breakout, came down for the retest. Maybe we get a move up to here. Bitcoin rules everything around me. Bream get the money. Okay, the nothing coin guy is now going to be blocked. Blocked. Yeah, what's happening with UltraSafe here? We've got another noisy crowd over here. Yeah, ooh, Debbie does crypto. You're old like me. Debbie does Dallas. That was people. Anyone who's boomerish or 80s knows that Debbie does Dallas was like the VHS porno of the 80s. 80s, I'm assuming. Debbie does Dallas. She was a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. She was. All right. If you're looking for a quick trade on DOT, I would say if you break that, then you're heading up to $31. That would be my target right here. Not worried about anything above that. So you're looking for a move up there, something like that. Ethereum Bitcoin did not do what I was watching for yesterday. Dominance is pumping. So alts are not on the Bitcoin pairs. Alts are getting a little bit, getting their shit pushed in a little bit by Bitcoin. So yeah, I thought that this would be likely a nice support. It wasn't. It didn't support anything. Didn't support anything. Maybe it'll close back above it. Never know. So actually, it's like a 4%. It's only a couple percent. We're so zoomed in. I mean, zoom out on ETH BTC, bro. This should be going up here eventually, right? And it's all just consolidation after a massive move up. So I wouldn't worry about ETH at all. Not even a little. Also, wouldn't be rushing to buy it like at this exact price. Also, like if you want to be safer, kind of do one of these, but maybe it comes back down here and test this 0.065. I would bid that, bid 0.055. But look, I mean, when you zoom out, this looks like it'll just kind of consolidate and eventually go back up. So that's pretty sweet. I like ETH. Don't like it today. Today, it's getting abused a little bit by Big Brother. Taking a quick beating. Try to look at it on the 4-hour here. It's also kind of breaking support here, right? That line. I think we might get a discount on ETH. Get it down in here. 0.065 up to like 0.066. If you were drawing supply demand, you would, on the 4-hour here, you'd do it like this. So I would bid this. Put them stink bids in. Hope you catch something. Well, don't hope you catch not like herpes or COVID or I don't know, whatever you crazy kids are out there catching. Yeah, this is what I said in the video yesterday. I was like, you got to get above this line on the ETH USD pair, 29.13. There's no trade to me until we're above that, because otherwise, like I said, you might just trickle down here, and that could happen. But it's going to depend on Bitcoin. This is just no man's land. No man's land where there are no mans. There are no mans in the land. Wouldn't no man land make more sense? No man land. Muting, timing out ultra safe people as I can. Just timing them out a little bit. So your opinion on ultra safe. Just timing them out. Oh, future unchanged is here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thanks for checking in, bud. So yeah, ETH USD, I really think you need to be above 2,900 to be interested. Let's do this though. Right, I would have said that, but yeah, I don't know. Tough. If I had to draw it before, I would have drawn it that way, but that's steep, so this is how I would draw it. Break support, come down here, break resistance, maybe head up. Peace yourself. Phil, oh, that looks kind of decent. That looks decent. Probably won't work out. Let's get that exact. That looks pretty decent, dude. Up, down, breakout, retest. I'll take a note of that. Although by the time I can post it tomorrow, if it happens, it'll be either broken down or whatever. That looks pretty good. I'm not really interested in trading altcoins right now while Bitcoin's doing its thing, but that, as it goes, looks pretty good. This is, you either buy it here if you're a breakout trader on that resistance, or you wait till it's back above here and do this. But you can get a almost 20% move just back to there in theory, and then this is the safest trade. But I mean, if you're a breakout trader who likes a retest, that's sexy right there. Get your juices flowing. I like that. If you're supply demand, dude, take it off this tiny little candle here, right? This, when it comes down. If it comes down, maybe it trickles down and catch it there. But those are your entries, either this thing or on this line right now or above this. Not financial advice. I ain't buying it. HTRUSDTs. What kind of messed up chart is this? What kind of film is this? No, but did anybody get what was I asked about a movie earlier? Finger cuffs from Clerks. I don't know if anyone got that. Like a pair of Chinese finger cuffs. No, it's not Clerks, actually. It's Chasing Amy, I think. One of the Clerks continuation, wasn't it? It was one of those. Now I'm questioning it. A lot of people saying there's a fake pump. What do you think? I don't know what a fake pump means. I mean, maybe it'll go back down. I don't know. Chasing Amy. Yeah, it's Chasing Amy. It's Chasing Amy finger cuffs. But it's like Clerks. It's basically Clerks. No, that line is not good. I don't know what I was drawing. That's your line. Heather. Hey, Thor. Hey, Thor. Speaking of Thor, anybody watch Loki? I didn't watch it yet. Probably watch it tonight. Seems like the thing to do. Anybody watch that? That line or this line? You choose. I don't care. This one's kind of cool. What you got? Mad resistance right here. Angry, mad resistance. Something like this. Probably more accurate like that. I don't know. Anything through this area. Sure. Why not? Here. Right? Probably that drop. And then obviously all up through here. These are your targets. Pull some fibs. Show me your fibs. This has a lot farther to go than some, so that's kind of good. It hasn't even gotten up to the 50. You could get a move up to there and almost double. That's kind of tight. Like a tiger. Chasing Amy. Finger cuffs. Finger cuffs. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. And I would say here's your sport. So maybe you trade it above here, panic, sell, and get stopped out right before it moons below here. Just kidding. Not like that. Man, choose your poison. Probably right around there. Don't see a great reason to trade it right now. All of these are just like, well, you know, they look like it's kind of some consolidation after a drop. You would tend to think that would go down. So it's really hard to tell. Look at that poor idea right there. Never happened though. Never got above it. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't get above, it never triggers. Unlike crypto Twitter, which triggers very easily. I don't know, man. Weird charts still. This drop just destroyed all charts. Destroyer of charts. Didn't watch Loki though. Is it good? Good. The coin I just made a note of was Filecoin. Ooh, Handmaids tonight. Yes, I'm not watching Loki. I'm watching Handmaids. For show. My God, that show. Handmaids has to be the best show ever made for making you feel horrible about everything. So hard to watch. So uncomfortable. Everything about it is uncomfortable. It's wrenching. This is ranging here. I mean, hard to want to trade this below all this resistance. I would want to be above 790. But yeah, these are your levels. If it drops further down here. You just trade it level to level. You know, if it breaks, this is a nice little kind of bullishy SFP thing here. See that little wick below the support? But like you got a lot of resistance up ahead. It's going to be the case for everything. I think you could buy this here targeting 790 and then see what happens after that. Good chance of success. What I do like here on this chart in particular, all this selling, that was the volume. The buying at the bottom on a bullish engulfing candle, massive volume and follow through. So you have 3 bigger volume candles here than any of the selling on the sell-off. That to me, even though it's diminished, is very bullish. A lot of buying interest around here. So I would say that this looks better than most because of that volume. Still, no clear setup. Matic, same, you know, the buying is where it's at. And Matic almost retraced the entire move down back up to 240 before dropping again. I mean, this was, tie was 270. It got all the way back to 240. It's crazy. I mean, Matic is like fundamentally extremely strong. It's definitely leading the sort of layer 2 charge. Tons of value locked, tons of partnerships. I mean, just a lot happening. And this looks potentially reversally, right? 2 little sort of dragonfly hammer thingies, long wicks. Sign of Jesus, or like an Ed Hardy or Affliction t-shirt would probably have 2 of these little crosses on it or something. You'd have to be of my era to make fun of those things. But thanks for pointing to Texas West Capital. You're very, very welcome. Chris is amazing. Chris is amazing. You can read about that in the description down below too, but Chris was my mentor. Really, really helped me become a better trader. I mean, Matic, you need to break above this, I think, but this looks reversely. And I would say that we have like a kind of a level here, you know, that's right around the top of this candle. Matic, to me, feels like an investment, you know. But yeah, I mean, look, there's probably a level like right where price is, right? Yeah. So I think anything above $1.47, this looks like it's holding support and could be headed up, but it has tested it a few times. Otherwise, bid down here around $1.05. See if you catch it. You're good. MIR, MIR, don't know what you are. That's cool, man. This is at resistance. This was the high here, retraced above. So broke, held a support for one candle, broke. You don't want to be below that. Technically, you'd be looking for a retest and a drop. So that does not look ideal. But if you get above it, have at it, bro. I don't like this. I mean, what a terrible candle. The strongest volume on the entire chart ever, except for one in May, I guess. And it got absolutely sold into and rejected. And that was the top of this entire retrace. So don't like that. That I don't like. That's that shit I don't like. Don't like. What happened to Chief Keef? He was around for a hot second. Yeah, I would say above this, really above this, definitely above this. There's just a lot of resistance ahead. If I was looking for a reasonable entry, if it drops, I'd be looking in this whole area right here. So you can bid that or above that or above that. Depends on your risk tolerance and strategy. Depends on, basically, it's like, depends on how you roll, man. That worked out. Wow, those both worked out. Tapped it. Remember when people cared about crypto? Like a month ago? That was cool. It's weird. Nobody's calling me about Bitcoin anymore. All I get now are condolences. People are like, man, I'm sorry about what happened with Bitcoin, bro. Like I saw, like whatever. I'm like, dude, it's down 50%, not even from the top, but like last March, it was like $4,000. So shut your pie hole. We still do good. We're still doing good. We are still doing great out here in these streets. Just a little less great. I mean, there's something here. Something happening here. Nah. Kind of, though. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Oh, Bitcoin dropping a little bit. Testing that. Just retesting the EQ and about to retest the 50 MA. This is where you want to see it come down. This is Bitcoin, sorry, come down, retest, and you want to see it head up from here. Really want to see that. Guys, alts are just really hard to trade right now. Yeah, let's think about this. Like, what would be a good situation for alts right now? They haven't done well when Bitcoin has ranged sideways. If Bitcoin rips up, as we saw, Bitcoin dominance went up as well. So alts got hurt on their Bitcoin pairs. And if Bitcoin dumps, we know alts are going to dump. So I'm not touching alts at all, unless you're like investing long-term. But hey, let's look at charts. Anyways, I would say if you break above these levels, maybe you consider new, but there's nothing to see on that chart. I mean, look at these charts. They're so bad. So bad. Like, what the fuck is that? This is Harmony 1. Probably in a big ass ascending channel here. Let's see. Almost. The idea, I like the idea. I like the idea because look how strong that EQ is. Boing, 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 boing. Major rejectiones. But like, how do you use a chart like this? If you want to be more appropriate, you probably say this. This is a deviation above, fake out, breakout, same kind of idea. So listen, this is getting rejected here. You would actually think this comes down to the bottom of the range. So I would bid, personally, I would be patient. I'd bid between 143 and 150, 160, see if it comes down to retest the lows. Maybe it even sweeps them and you catch it at like 120, 130, but this is not looking great. Not looking great. And like I said, Bitcoin pairs not looking very good at the moment. So I would bid lower. Really, at the end of the day, you want to be up above all of this, and then you can moon. Ren, I mean, every chart is broken, guys. Hate it. Hate it. Market's just not fun right now. Like my hands are feeling numb because I've been sitting on them for so long. Oh, numb hands. Numb hands. That's still your kind of macro support right there, by the way. That's your meager resistance. This is your local resistance. Boing, boing. That's the dump. Rejected at the exact same spot. And clearly a level through here. It's playing out, right? Because rejected there. Right around there. Yeah, that's the support. So maybe you go there. I mean, seems like there's never been a bad time to bid between, 858 and 964. If that breaks, it's big trouble. But at the end of the day, now you want to be above 1798 and ultimately above this line. These are all in downtrends. We have zero confirmations that I've seen yet on any of these that there's a reversal to the upside after this downtrend. Just is what it is. Solana, though, there's your bid. Buying. Let's look at the daily. I don't know. That line, these lines, let's erase some lines and make some new daily line. That was fine. Yeah, I think right here on the daily. So it's bouncing off support, sitting on support as we speak. That area, from there down to like here, maybe even down to here. Consider that whole zone. But the trade you want on Solana now is this. Because everything under here, you might trickle down here and come down. You've got a demand zone here. So this whole area. It's complicated. I mean, you can buy this here. If you're feeling bullish about this and you're willing to buy on a Bitcoin pair, you can look at it here. Down to maybe here. But in reality, you got to be back above here, in my opinion, because everything under that is more likely to be trading under resistance, and your upside is pretty capped here. I think your upside is up to there, and then you'd have to think about exiting. TEL USD still looks good. Broke out, retested. This is a nice candle, holding the 50 MA, retested this line. I would say that looks pretty good, and there's nothing to change on the chart that I drew, unless you want to do one of these. Then say it hasn't broken out, but that's sort of a late game pivot. But if you're super conservative, go ahead and draw yourself a second line, whatever. But it's holding the 50 MA. It's been doing that since April, has not spent much time below ever here, but that was flat, so nothing was happening. And if you're an MA trader, you salivate at the retest of the daily 50, and look at how that held above. I think this looks pretty good, honestly. Better than most. Better than most. TEL. Theta. Emmy and I were clubbing with some friends. We went to see Blau, that story, on Friday night in Miami. Pretty cool. We had, like our table and dance floor or whatever. And right behind me, his table was Eric Voorhees. We were partying. And next to us was just some dudes. And they were like, "Hey, what's up, Wolf, dude? I know you." And I was like, "Cool, I don't know you." But they were the guys from Theta. They were like the Theta team. They were there doing Theta stuff. So that was cool. Met so many people. The entire city was just all crypto all the time. I mean, this was a nice breakout. That was a nice trade. See, running in these MAs are looking pretty compelling. 50 MA on the daily, and a lot of these seems to be really like a thing. And this actually, you could argue, has already made a higher high, which most have not, right? Low, high, low, high, low, high. This is making higher highs and higher lows. Looks better than most, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks basically have interacted with this 50 MA. And this is dump central right here. So for confirmation, I would want to be above the 50 MA and $9.89. From there, I think you got resistance here, but you should be heading towards the highs, you know? This does look better than most, though. Low, high, low, high, low, high. Maybe this is making a low. Anything above like here would be putting in a higher low. But I mean, just because I have the 50 MA on the chart right now, I'm looking at it, but I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, almost 4, 5, almost 6 rejections. And now today struggling there. You got to get above that, or I would expect it to come down to gather some strength. Silver, not a cryptocurrency. It's actual silver. So if you were rolling with me last year, we were buying silver all down here. $13. We rode it up to $18 and rode some of it up to here. Range highs 21. Did not catch most of that breakout to the upside. But this was an epic. This is monthly, right? Breakout, retest, range lows. Look at that range, how strong that is. Perfect retest. So we're buying again there. Pretty sweet. But this is a trade I've been sharing in the newsletter. We shared this breakout right here, $25. So on silver, up 10%, it's a pretty big deal. Still looks good. Still looks good to me. I think we should still be at least targeting 29. But if we flip that, like once this range flips, you know, then we start talking about $35. I think we come back to the highs. I think silver could double. I really do. I think silver could go to like $50. I've seen even higher targets, honestly. But I think that's reasonable. So if you're like super scalping silver, I don't know who does that, but what the hell was that line? You know, there's kind of a little bull flag here, probably. Whatever, man. I want the give me the wrong tool. I want the parallel channel tool, right? So wait till it breaks out the top of that if you're looking for an entry still. But silver looks great. This looks great. It's in the top half of the range. Should be targeting those range highs. XRP USD. XRP feels like they're kind of like sticking it to the man right now. Seems like they're winning against the SEC, but this is a nice retest of support right there at 79 cents. So that looks good for a move. If this holds, $1.80, man. Back up to $1.80. I'm not saying that will really happen. That's actually not even that great of a line at this point. Let's be honest. It's fine. That area up to the highs up here, maybe $1.68, $1.70. But like this was a very key resistance, and this is a very nice retest of support, and it's doing it again and bouncing. You wanted to buy that at 79 cents, not at 88, right? But that looks pretty good. If Bitcoin keeps going up, XRP USD on the USD pair should keep going up. And I think that, you know, this is like a huge vacuum of price action, should clear that chasm. So maybe you come up to, you know, even if it's to these lows, $1.23, that's a 50% move from here. XRP looks pretty good. XRP looks pretty good. I'm coming back to the commentos for a second. Rock Lobster in the house. Rock Lobster in Philly. What's up, Steven? What's good, man? I always wanted Rock Lobster to be open all year, not just during the summer. China cracks down. Listen, I tweeted this today. China crackdowns are like the boy who cried wolf. China cracks down every 3 months, right? ban. And China crackdown on mining is macro bullish, I think, because it moves mining to other countries, decentralize it a bit more, and more renewables. So that seems pretty chill. That seems fine. I'm just reading all your comments over here. I'm here to judge you. Yeah, I didn't ask for BSV, bro. I didn't ask for BSV. What's up, man? Hello. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ripple kind of doing things. All right, XTZ. Another one didn't trigger, never closed above. That's what you're looking for. And what you got was rejection at resistance. Why you don't buy at resistance. You wait till you close above. Still probably would have fallen. To be honest, it would have been a trashy trade. That's nice SFP. Woo. I would say we're kind of floating between levels here. This looks like a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect jump off. Perfect retest. Okay, I want to be above a 420, bro. I want to get above 420 or down at 290. Floating absolutely in the middle between resistance and support. So really, that's on the weekly. Really nothing to see there. If you're dying to trade it, then have at it if it breaks this, you know. I would say there, but let's be conservative. That's how I'd look at that. VRA, I got to scroll down. That's never good. That's a dumb line, but probably drawn on the daily. So not as dumb. Nope, not as dumb. We're going to get rid of all this crap. Old mines. Be clean. You need to reset every single chart right now, basically. Well, first of all, that's clearly a key resistance. Double support, wick, rejected. So I wouldn't trade it below this line personally. It's tough. A lot of wicks though. There's some demand. There's some volume. It's all relative, but I mean, even though this broke, I would say that this is the key swing low here, right? From that high is 27 down to 12. That's a 50% drop or more, something around there. I think this is really hard to trade here. Shockingly, like, what do you see here? Just looks like a steaming butthole. There's nothing to see. It's not bad. It's not good. Drop, consolidation, dicking around. Nothing to see here, guys. Still definitely YFI is next. I drew this like ages ago and it's kind of just doing it. It's right back here at support, $1.10. Golden cross for those who care. Sitting on the 50 MA and support here. Actually, that looks kind of good. Like, although, you know, everything looks like it's going to drop on the Bitcoin pair. Technically, you got the 50 MA on the daily, which it has not really, you know, well, it's traded below it a lot, but it's been holding it since these lows, which was our entry, right? I said, look, this is demand. It's a retest of this, and it's the 50 MA. That was the bottom, you know, of that move. And this circle was an entry in the newsletter. Now you have a bullish cross. I mean, listen, I could actually see buying this in this area, but like, problem is, you know, you might get wicked out on a stop. Will the 200 hold? Will this hold? You know, technically you'd want to take a position size, I think, where you could put a stop below this low, which is pretty far down there. It's like 30% below price. That's tough. You know, take a trade, you need to have like a really clear invalidation. So, and this lost, this has a bear cross on the 4 hour of the 50 and 200. Still though, sitting right at support. I could see taking a shot at that with a tight stop, but you're expecting to stop out. Your upside is back up to $1.65. So like 50, you know, 50% move, something like that. Not bad. Good upside. Downside is maybe you put stops like down here, 90 something cents. Well, no, looks fine. Has kind of just done the thing. Yeah, it went above and below, but it's the idea of literally hitting exactly where I drew it there, which is luck. I can't see the future. ZIL, USDT. They all look the same, guys, all these charts. But this one, yeah, I guess it technically kind of made a higher high. Low, high, low, high, low, high. Putting in another higher low. 1, 2, 3, 4 higher lows. That's pretty good. Although that low is not confirmed until you make another higher high. And this was a lower high. So high, is what we would look at. Erase all this trizash. I don't know. For me, it'd be like this. Consider it if it breaks that and retests. Otherwise, all this is so sloppy, right? And these all kind of look bear flaggy. It's not a bear flag, but so I would say that's your resistance and this is your support. Have at it. Something like that. Bitcoin, look, bouncing off the EQ. That's what we're talking about. It's what we want. It's what we want. What is up, guys? What's up? And almost 3 o'clock. We did that. I'm checking your. It's okay, William. It's okay, William. I don't blame you. I'm just looking towards. Are we leaning towards a drop again or going up more? I honestly have no idea. I think we're in one of those spots where it could just be like a really nice little reactionary bounce that you could have scalped on the way down. But it's nice to see 30-ish holding. So maybe that'll just continue to hold and we'll head back up. Sorry, I'm just looking at your comments. A lot of questions. Yes, Rock Lobster Philly. Oh, Steven. Rock Lobster is a place on the river in Philadelphia, and it's only open during the summer. My business partner, actually, Clark Maloney, used to be the general manager there, and we had a promotional business together, and you would just rock out there during the summer, and they would make a killing, and it was only open like 3 months a year, because then you were outside in Philadelphia, which is like the worst thing you ever want to be. Explain SFP is a swing failure pattern. The idea behind an SFP, let's see here. Oh, I'm not looking at a chart, am I? Okay, we have one right here. See this blue line? See this swing low right here, right? So listen, you would want to see it wick even further, and the real SFP here would be below these lows. But it's when you see a wick below a key swing low or high, and then it closes above, and that indicates that price was pushed down in that area to find liquidity. The idea being that, say you really want to buy a lot of Bitcoin, right? But price is like floating around here and there's nobody selling, but like we saw, like this was all just kind of happening, whatever. So a whale, the idea behind an SFP is that they're engineering liquidity. It means they have to sell if they want to buy. They have to push price, strong push like this, down into an area where there's liquidity. So why is there liquidity here? Let's say it was here, right? If you saw this and you're long, when you break that, that's where you put your stops, right? So if you're long and you put stops, that's a sell order, right? That's a sell order. So there's a bunch of people who are going to stop out here, which becomes sell orders. That's liquidity for a buyer. Say the same here. Also, there's people who are looking to short a break of support. So you get the break, but the candle doesn't close down there. It fakes out and people go short. Those shorts are sell orders, which means that somebody can buy. So you're triggering stops. You're also triggering shorts. That gives you a lot of liquidity in that area for buy orders and price rockets up. That's the idea behind an SFP. I mean, this could, I think at the top, we could have called it Wyckoff distribution. Right now, this looks like Wyckoff accumulation, like a spring and then up. So it could be either way. I did not listen to the Twitter spaces last night. I wish I had, because that would be cool. Low time frame bull flag. Let's hope it plays out. Let me see. Like, are we talking about like 15-minute? Probably. Yeah, this kind of thing. Could be. Looks like it wants to come back down to 35,507 then if you're looking at it on the 15-minute. Any advice about VeChain? I haven't looked at the chart, but it's a cool project. Let's talk about the death cross. Okay? Okay, why not? This is the death cross everybody's talking about. First of all, that could turn. but it'll be the 50 crossing the 200. I talk about this all the time. MAs, especially on higher time frames, are massively lagging indicators, right? Especially when they're not EMAs. I always liked EMAs better because an exponential moving average, well, what is a moving average, right? A 200 moving average. This is the average price of the 200 candles on that time frame before. So the last 200 days, right? The 50 is the last 50 candles. So if it's on the 4 hour, it's the last 50 4-hour candles. 200 is last 200, whatever. So MAs and EMA, and an EMA, exponential moving average, weights more recent price action more heavily, which is better because what happened 200 days ago is a lot less important than what happened 20 days ago or 2 days ago. So EMAs are technically a better indicator, but all of these lines only matter because other people are looking at them. Everybody's talking about the death cross, so we're talking about the death cross. But this death cross, if it happens, will be because this happened before. It does not mean it's going to happen again. It's a lagging indicator. So it often happens right after. Now, if price was right here and this crosses down this like this, and it's right at price and both of these are resistance, then you might expect a drop. But when the EMAs are far away from price like this and cross down after a drop, that is because the death cross is a result of the drop that already happened, in my humble opinion. Do you think Bitcoin has bottomed at 20K? I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm not going to try to pretend that I do know. I think that the trend is still bearish until we're back above 42K. That's generally what I think. I also think that I really enjoyed this time with you guys, but I have to go because I have like a life and a wife and kids and things and doing stuffs. So until tomorrow, I'll do a video. Sign up for the newsletter. You can make requests next week. Other than that, guys, you're great, but peace.